The Philadelphia Flyers are going to be on the road, taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets in this one. Right now, Columbus looks like about $1.25 favorite, and this total currently at 6.5, under 15. Don't know. There's some confirmed goalies out there, and with still some season openers, I'm sure we'll be right on many of these. We're already getting, yep, a little bit of slow start further. We'll get it here. All right, let me catch up here on this a little bit, make sure we're ready to go in this one with the Flyers and the Blue Jackets. Just get my notes in place here. I think right now you got to look at Columbus. Pretty decent price here, I would think, with the Blue Jackets at $1.25. I mean, I'm always down on the Flyers until they prove me wrong. And we're still. I mean, there's been no change in that. It's not necessarily a handicap here. Darren's going to lean Philly. I'm just talking about an overall philosophy for me with the Flyers. I mean, I'm just against them, ready to roll against them already early in the season. I mean, I'm definitely rolling with them here in this one, even though the Flyers did win the last meeting between these two. In fact, they won the last two meetings, both in Philly, but here in Columbus, the Blue Jackets won last season's games here 5-4 and 5-2. So it's been a home team dominated series of late. And with Merzlikins, look, he's going to be obviously in there quite a bit this year. Same for Connor Hart. So Dwight here on Philly puck line, it looks like. Ray Otachi likes the Blue Jackets. This, to me, I like side and total in this game, and maybe I'm hemming and hawing a little bit here, I think, on which one to give out. I'm going to give out the Blue Jackets. This is a this would be part, I guess it is. I mean, we're starting our new product here on the Morning Steam show to try to get you some more, packages here. But you're going to get the play for free right here, and that's going to be Columbus. And, to me, it's like what I'm going to be calling the Morning Steam Select. I like Columbus pretty strong here tonight. I'll be on the total for a premium with my premium account. But I do like the Blue Jackets to win this game tonight against the Flyers at a good price, $1.25 here. I definitely think it a little bit higher right now in my early ratings. Now things are shaking out. We're getting some data point, getting those all crucial data points for everybody. And that's going to be the direction I'm going to be headed here in this home dominated series. So I'm going to be taking Columbus. I'm, fading the Flyers every opportunity I get, especially to lay just $1.25 against them. So give me Columbus here tonight in this opener. You guys are on record. Thank you for your picks as well. The New York Rangers on the road here. They'll be taking on the Sabres. Igor Shesterkin in goal here. I'm showing, yes, $1.30 or so. The total, 6.5 over 15. And, man, Igor can be dominant, but I don't know. It feels like that total is kind of telling us something a little bit with this total so high. Yes, the Sabres here, with their goalie situation. Let me make sure this is the situation tonight. Oh! Catch up here on my... Thank you, folks. Here we go. All right, here we go. For the Buffalo. Now, a lot of my trend, has to date back a little bit, but I do like to look at, home road splits to try to get things going here a little bit. And uh, Buffalo, towards last, they were going under quite a bit. I mean, we know they have their own set of struggles here, but I don't know. They probably can produce some goals tonight in this one. What is the Sabres on the? Oh boy, I was going to ask what the Sabres were on the puck line. I'm not going to get involved there. I'm leaning towards trying to get on the Sabres here because you got to figure Thompson. Thompson, I would think for the Sabre, would be pretty good here. Uh, but man, the Rangers, you got to figure Wheeler, Panarin, some of the other guys that could stand out here in this type of matchup. That doesn't surprise me that total is so high, actually. Well, my goalie computer is acting up again. Just want to make sure it's Devon Levy. Yeah, I think it is here. And if that's the case, I'm gonna try Buffalo. I'm gonna try Buffalo in this game as an underdog here. I know what we're in for. I understand the Rangers are favored. Only $1.30. I don't know. It almost kind of feels kind of sharp to a certain extent. Looking at it, the Sharps, they really haven't been too active in this game, in my opinion. Remember, sharp betting is speculative. You don't really know. You can look at the splits. You can try to interpret. I'm no better than anybody else at that. There are guys doing the whole show of. I love listening to that. Believe me, I'm trying. When I'm talking about the Sharps, that's my job, but just still an interpretation, right? And it has to do with where the bookmaker's setting the line and how the line has moved, right? And the perception of the team. Everybody knows the Rangers are going to be better than the Sabres. Darren's going to take the Rangers here and the under. Okay, Darren, you are going to take the under. Okay. I don't know. It feels like I don't know where we're going yet. I don't have enough trends necessary. I do have yesterday, right? We do have the first samples starting to come in. I was going to wait, but why not here? I don't want to scare Darren. I don't want to scare him off anything because maybe in this game, you do have Igor. But yesterday, the favorites went 5-1 and the overs went 5-1. And some of them, we saw what was the one game 7-1, 8-1. I don't know how many goals did Vancouver end up putting on Edmonton. And Edmonton all of a sudden, hey, you know what, Edmonton, you just gave up. You just got blown out. It wasn't like they were playing Calgary or something. Okay, Vancouver, I'll give them some credit a little bit. Maybe we'll see a different Vancouver here, an improved Vancouver. But that was bad. That is bad. Talk about coming out flat. So, all right. I'm going to take the Sabres here. Rays on the Rangers. I know I'm alone here. So this one probably doesn't make the morning steam select because you guys are on the Rangers. It's kind of like a consensus now between the chat and myself, and I'll be putting some other bonuses in there too. You're going to get high volume product there, but all right. So for me, the Sabres in this one, and I think you see it. And Thomas is throwing darts, he says, at the hockey board and getting it done. Darren, he says he was doomed by the Montreal game yesterday with the Habs. Like I said, the Habs showed up. Yeah, I know I gave out the Leafs yesterday. In fact, I thought maybe that it would be a low-scoring game, but it wasn't, and they all were high-scoring. So, for an under guy like me, starting off with a little bit of a slow start here, but, I'm looking at some unders. This one, I don't know if I can look at an under actually in this game. So I'll just leave it at that. the Red Wings are going to take on the Devils, and we do have, you know what we got. We got a big favorite here, 250 to start the season. Okay, that's all right. So for the Devils here and the Wings, you have the Red Wings. They weren't covering puck lines like this towards the end of the season last year, but every time these two teams get together, really, it's the road team that kind of wins on the puck line. We have the Devils here at and maybe it's down to 235 or so. It actually looks like a little bit of a discount. I don't know if it's enough to sway anybody in on the game here necessarily. But the total 6.5 under 15. The total's gone over in 3 of the last 4 meetings between these two teams. For the Devils, you got a guy like Hamilton here could probably get something going. And I would think also Bratt has some good numbers here for the Devils. Larkin, you got to look at him tonight, I would think, for the Red Wings. And, Detroit tailed off as usual the end of last season. I'm sure the Devils can get this puck line minus 1.5 at even money. And, man, could I really play a puck line here? Let's see what's going on here with no, nobody got anything yet here on this thriller. But I think I know where I'm headed here in this one. And, talking up the overs, I'm still going to find my way to unders eventually. I know we're just a third night in, so I guess maybe don't get scared yet. But I don't know, Detroit on the road against these, when they go play these teams, the Metro Division, when they go play the Devils, the Rangers, all those teams, they don't do that well offensively. So I'm going to take the under as my play here. And go under 6.5. I don't know how many I can get up the courage to get my unders out there right now, given what happened last night. But I think here I'm going to try this. I'm going to inch out there a little bit, and we'll see. I don't know if I can dial it back in the premiums. I'm ready to still fire. I mean, I'm up. Check out the handicapper leaderboards at Tony'sPicks.com. Still up, 25 units dating back to January, for even more. But the scoreboard, I let the scoreboard do my record keeping. We're all documented here at Tony'sPicks.com. Just choose NHL on the leaderboard 2.0. I'm up there at the top with the most units won. Since the first of the, I think on last year too, I'm not sure, at least on totals, and we'll go under here as a free play. We've got the Blues. Well, not me. Well, maybe after last night. Anyways, the Blues here are on the road against the Stars. The Stars we know that the Stars are good. They often have a little bit of trouble sometimes with these big, and now we're laying big prices. Pardon me. Big prices early with Dallas, and that doesn't feel real comfortable. I got to be honest with you. I'm already ready to jump on. Maybe I'm ready to jump on St. Louis probably already. Let's see here. Dallas has won the last 3 meetings between these two teams, and they've also covered the puck line in 3 of the last 4 meetings. Well, so much for that. I will say this. The under is 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two have gone under. I want to go under. I'm just worried at this point. These two kind of look like the recipe for Like if it was later in the season, I probably would be ready to say, 7 of the last 8 meetings under. Let's just do it. But for me, right now, it feels like there's something going on here a little bit, maybe with this offense and the scoring. I don't know if it's league wide yet. That's why we're waiting. That's why I didn't want to go crazy and say yesterday, 5-1 of those overs. So, but I'm just going to take the Blues here in this one and plus a goal and a half at minus $1.35 or so, I think. Maybe even $1.40. And I'm going to take the Blues on the road here. Maybe I can get Parayko here to get us a goal. Maybe I could get Hayes involved tonight. Some prop players. I like to. I'm going to try to start giving out. I mean, we've got the props here. I'm not packaging any up yet at this point. Waiting for big games to get some props out of me. But maybe I can start throwing out a few players that I like anyway. And I like to throw out some of the players that aren't your mainstream. I mean, I get it. Everyone, you get a game there and you throw, they're throwing out all the stars. I mean, the best prices are on the players that aren't already heavily juiced anyways. So for the stars here, Johnston, Dadenoff maybe might be who I'd look to in this one. So Dallas at home, man. All right, yeah. I already gave it out. I can't. No turning back. I'll go St. Louis here on the puck line against Dallas today. I mean, no, not yet. Not $2 just yet. Let's see. Let's just see where the Blues stand here at this point. I mean, we know that we know where Dallas is and everything right now. And remember, I mean, it wasn't a short time ago that Bennington had he was looking like he was going to be something. And he's found a spot here in St. Louis certainly. Give me the Blues to try to get this puck line here today. Ray's on it, so I'm on it. If Ray's on it, it might be a select. So please check out that new product at Tony's Picks. The Kraken will take on, I don't have the line up there. The graphics man was sleeping. The Predators here minus $1.15, 6 over 15. Looks like the price here currently. Don't mean to type. Thomas likes that. There we go. Predators minus $1.15 in this one at home against the Kraken. We saw, of course, the Kraken in that season opener. We've already seen them. It is kind of interesting how the openers are kind of spaced out a little bit, right? You just don't throw out there, 10 or 12 games, but the Kraken, obviously a team that we have already seen them out there one time so far. Now, there hasn't been much widely reported steam before I went on the show. I didn't check anything here. I guess I could take a peek and see, but only one game had widely reported steam from the line services, and it was this game, and it was on the over. And that's why maybe you see it here. It is juiced 6 over. And let me just take a look and see if there's been any more. Why? Oh, yeah. No. Just this game had a move to the over, but still at just 6 over 15. And Nashville here, the slightest of favorites. You guys got a play on this one already? I'm ready to break it down a little bit. Hello to the 1K protection firm. Welcome. And for me in this one with the Preds, Nashville, they've lost 3 of the last 4 meetings with the Kraken, but we know the Preds do have usually nice home ice. Seattle, even though Nashville's lost 3 of the 4 meetings, they haven't covered any puck lines either. Seattle's covered the puck line in 3 of 4. Nashville pretty decent at covering the puck line at home, but no, I mean this line's too close, I think, to even get involved with the trends there too much, because you're laying a goal and a half at plus 120 for Nashville, which is certainly a great price. Darren took this one all the way up to 7.5 and went under. I gotta be honest with you, Darren. I was looking at the under in this game, and the steam kind of took me off of it a little bit. But in hindsight, and I was, if it gets to 6.5, consider me in on the total under. And maybe I'm waiting there. The steam came in on the over. I'm going to give out Nashville as the play here at home. For me, that's what I'm going with. And if it gets to 6.5, juice to the under, I mean, I can buy it up. I'm just talking about the general line so that I can give out a premium. I don't give out a premium and say buy it up. I don't give out a premium and say make sure you buy a half a point to minus 125. That's not what a premium. If someone's yes, do it by all means, but don't do it as the premium. When you are giving out a premium, you have supreme confidence. Yeah, you do want that little bit of insurance if it doesn't cost too much. I do agree with that part of it, but I don't think you should instruct the player to do that. Let them decide. I'm talking from the tout perspective now, but you're giving out the picks, and a premium pick should be an extremely confident pick. You shouldn't have to tell. Now, if I buy a pick and it's given to me at, minus 5.5, and I get there and it's 6.5, yes, on my own, I'm going to buy it down to 5.5, but my handicapper better be confident. And that's why when we're on the show, I say, give me the worst price on the screen. Then when you show up and it's a better price, then you feel more confident. And I'll take all the losses for the half points. Anyways, I'll take the Predators here in this one. Nashville, this is an interesting spot because a lot of times they go over in these type of closely rated games at home. I don't have too much of a breakdown with the Kraken. The sample size obviously still isn't quite large enough for team versus team. Interesting, Ferner. Why isn't that book good for NHL? I'd be curious. Can't have alternate puck lines without putting them in a parlay. Is that it? You have to put. So if I want the Kraken plus 2.5, I can only do it in a parlay. I can't do it like where at Bovada, for example, I can take if I wanted to. Not that I would, but the Kraken plus 2.5 at minus 400. Or something like, and I guess I could see that, but Predators for me tonight. There are some guys in the Kraken right now, Gord, McCann, that maybe they can do something here. All right, give me the Predators here in this one. We'll keep it going. Panthers and Wild with Bob in goal here for the Panthers on the road against the Wild. The Wild are minus $1.30, 6.5 under 15 in this one with Minnesota at home. Fleury, I think he is one of the. Let's see. I don't think I have the confirmed goalies here in this one necessarily. In fact, it could be Gustafsson now, I'm seeing. Bobrovsky is confirmed in goal tonight, but could be Gustafsson in there for Minnesota. So for Bobrovsky, kind of lost his job last year a little bit. Let me see if I can get my goalie computer on this side here. So I don't know. Right now it feels 50-50 here to me at this point. with Minnesota unconfirmed in goal. I don't know if it's going to change my pick necessarily in the game in this one. I want the Wild. That's my concern here. I want the Wild, and I mean I don't even know if I'm worried about either Fleury or Gustafsson. Actually, I might be making much ado about nothing because it's early in the season, and I was just startled a bit by possibly a different goaltender in there this early. Here, and again, I mean, we try to follow 30, 31, 32 teams in all these leagues, and more on the way. Wild puck line for Ray. I'm on the Wild on the money line at $1.30. Ray's getting plus $1.90 with his puck line play in this one. Florida's won 5 straight meetings between these two teams, but I think I do have that ending here tonight. Florida, they weren't a great underdog towards the end of last season. So 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two have gone over. This, to me, this total stands out probably as way too high. It's just that like I said, I just have these concerns right now. I'm going to have some premiums. We're probably going to have some unders. Maybe this will be one of them. Will I get beat down again by these totals? I hope not. Darren likes the under. I'm just going to take Minnesota on the show here as my play. I'm reserving the total. I mean, I'm only going under here. If I don't, give it out as a premium, I'm probably going to bet the under. I'll just let you guys know. I'll let you know that and make it about that. And to me, I mean, I'm not giving out a double play or anything like that, but I'm not even necessarily worried about the series history. I mean, I'm handicapping this game, even no matter what the goalie is for Minnesota, as an under. And looking at the market action too. The market action to me looks like an under. Yeah, there have been some moves to the over here, but the sharper, they keep, every time it gets hit up a little bit, there's serious buyback. And so far, the buyback has won. Now, the buyback was on the over yesterday a little bit. I didn't necessarily, listen to it. I did go over in one game. It didn't come through. So, okay, give me the Wild in this one on the money line. And believe me, I worked hard on NHL last night because of, having just one premium winner. And I smash NHL. So we got to get it right. And we will. There's going to be some, a little bit of shuffling early, finding what I got going. The last game of the night, and I think we know both goalies in this game here with Logan Thompson. Oh, and let's face it. Sure, I mean, we just saw Hill, of course, in that season opener, right? So we got Thompson coming in tonight. Now that I think about it, on that other game where I listed Fleury, and I see the other sites kind of coming in right now, I'm trying to get the rhythm together too, like which sites are reporting first. And, there's no boarding skate yet, so you don't know quite. But sometimes the beat writers have the information. So I would actually say that I do expect Gustafsson more so than Fleury. We'll see here. I'm not going to do a Twitter search on the fly. If you guys want to do something, and let me know here. But we're already moved on to the next game. So Thompson, and it will be Capo here for the Sharks. Kapanen struggled last season, obviously, with his numbers, 3.85 goals against and a 88% save percentage, but he does get the opening night start here for the Sharks. And, of course, the Sharks pretty woeful offensively. We know that, one of the worst offenses in the league last season. But I don't know. they're getting a pretty big number here from Vegas tonight. And Vegas, I wanted to fade them in that opener with getting the rings and everything. They look terrific. But I don't know if I might want to I might just take the Sharks. Figure the Vegas, maybe will they just roll? Come on, will they roll this season? Or can there be, and unfortunately, the spot is the Sharks. The spot is whoever the Knights are playing. Make no mistake. I feel like, to me, going through, you're coming off that game. It was, the ceremony. It was nice. Those things are important when you look at things like this. Now, one thing in defense of the Golden Knights bucking that ring ceremony hangover, is that even a thing, right? But Vegas has covered. They've been covering puck lines. Now, this is that last season, playoff. They have been covering puck lines coming off of a home win. Off of a home win, Vegas has been pretty hot covering puck lines. No doubt about it. And they're a huge favorite here tonight. I want the Sharks. I mean, I don't know if I can get off the Sharks here at this point. It's not a great spot at all for San Jose, other than the fact that it's their opener. Maybe they can get, stay within a goal here. Maybe they can, snap one off at the end and keep it close. They have to. I'm going to take them. So Vegas, man, they get off to such fast starts right now, it seems like, don't they? Especially against teams like the Sharks, the division games. But San Jose, at these home games, they can be high scoring, no doubt, for San Jose. But this is another game where these totals are up at 6.5 right now. There's no reason for it other than maybe there is some feeling. I'm not saying last night notwithstanding, and there's not any rule changes necessarily that would indicate, but every total today is 6.5, except for the Seattle-Nashville total, which has already been steamed to the over and is juiced to the over right now at 6. And maybe it's early in the season. Maybe that's why we're expecting more goals. Maybe I'm going to be off a little bit. I don't want to be off, but you folks who stick with me here know that I'm always going to, trend under. Most of my plays are going to be, 3 out of 5 probably going under, things like that. So I'm trying to find a way to make, to get to the under. It's going to be an under premium here, or it's not. It's not going to be an over premium. It's going to be either yes or no. Can I get on this under? And, it's feeling like maybe I could just, with dropping a few totals. We want to be careful here early on and make sure I don't have something wrong, in a league-wide trend situation here, something with the scoring. But, when you got guys, when you've got, Marchessault going on out there, you got a guy like Stevenson who can score right now. I'm going to take the Sharks here. Don't listen to the tone of my voice, and then, hey, if it's an ugly play for you, I can respect that. But I am going to be, no doubt about it, Thomas. I mean, look, you could do work. It's a terrible broad-based strategy to tell someone to just follow the move. You're going to set them on the path to destruction, right? Because you're going to always be laying more than you're supposed to. But the trick is, to follow the juice that still contains some value, and that's subjective, but still, you could do worse than that. That's probably why I've been a bit of a steam chaser. But you got to do some investigating. You just can't click a button because some team got steamed, like some people do. So I think that's the difference. I get lumped in with those guys, but that's not me. You guys know. I mean, I'm coming in here with plenty of dogs, like the Sharks. And, well, I don't know. In a way, they do look like the sharp side to me tonight. Neil Boyce says take Vegas here. Lay 235. Yeah, 235 or so. What do I have it on screen? Darren's on the under. Okay.